And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lucky 56. Over.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Open man right side is Ingram. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action now. Mariota got some real estate inside the 30. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And down to the 16-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Dion Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back to throw, Loletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Over!
On 1st down, Loletta. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, here's Loletta. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Loletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Lawletta looking for a first down throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, a balance.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Damon Harrison coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Mariota. Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do it. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may...
It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of Ed.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Lawletta now on second. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Rush it, rush it, rush it.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a give to Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Hey, watch that.
Now it's Lawletta. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Here's Lawletta. Left side, it's Beckham. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the kick by Rosas is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds Corey Davis. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd down, Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Solomon Thomas in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mariota now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. It's Lawlett off play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On third down, Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now out come the Giants. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Rosas puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Marshall now, the return. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Mariota hands to Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Throwing is Mariota. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
52's Mike right here, over there.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He'll buy some, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up third and long. Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Right there. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. He finds Bacon complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Marshall now, the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Mariota now on second down. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play, Mariota to Davis, 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Solomon Thomas in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. To throw Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. Still shedding tackles. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it there. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
All right, here we go.
They'll come
Green,
out
39.
in the pistol.
Green, 39. Over.
Here's Barkley, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Play action now. Mariota dancing to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
1, 3.
From the gun, Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Mariota to throw it this time. Caught right side, Davis. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. To throw is Mariota. Flushed out right, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone, and now 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Working out of the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instincts sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Over.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Leopard!
Out of the gun, Lauletta escapes the sack. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Going underneath for Lewis. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
One.
2nd down, Mariota. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Three.
On play action, Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And Lauletta's going to throw it here. He dumps it off to Barkley. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a loose football. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lauletta. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
More down. Mike's 59. Squish, double.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop their 7th game on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.